Hello and welcome back to another episode of my MotoGP 20 career mode here in MotoGP, and here we are for the 18th round of the season at Australia. But first things first, as you can see, this whole interface is looking a little bit different. There's obviously a couple of new tabs at the top, Moto2 Junior Team and Moto3 Junior Team. So there has been an update to career mode, and as you can see, we've actually got a different chief engineer working for us here, Alexander Marble. He's got the picture as well. They've actually gone through, and I don't know how they've managed to do it, but they've managed to fix the problem. So I thought it was just going to be stuck with the save file because the game created a bugged save file, but Milestone must have been aware of that being a thing and managed to fix it. So if you look on here, if we look on the technical staff, we actually have a guy, Paul Jefferson, applying for the job rather than just the same guy I've already got. Same with the data analyst, we've got Matteo Gomez applying instead of, obviously it was Isabella Ferreira before that. And on the personal manager, it's the same thing here. So we've got Kaito Yamaguchi and Luke Molson both applying for the job instead of, again, just Anita Perez twice. So that is really cool to see that they actually have gone through and fixed that. I was never expecting that to get fixed. I thought that was a save file thing. To be honest, I thought that some of it could be fixed eventually, but I didn't think all of it could be fixed. But it is nice to see that they actually are paying attention and fixing it. But anyway, enough of all the update stuff out the way. I'll have a look at the junior team stuff for the next season, I think. I think I'll start up a new junior team for the next season, because basically it's a little bit like what Rossi does, I suppose, now where he has the Sky VR46 team, Moto2 and Moto3. Guess that's kind of what it's supposed to be. So we can still ride for whatever team we want, and we can create a junior team for Moto2 and Moto3. Obviously, we haven't even got a million credits yet, so we have got to take that into consideration. We'll have to pay more staff, we'll have to pay riders, and we'll have to probably pay for bikes and travel to events and things like that. So I have got to watch out for that, obviously make sure that we've got enough money. But we'll look at the championship standings then to refresh what happened in the last episode. Another thing you'll notice then is the completely new UI. So the real life sort of graphics have now been brought into the game. Obviously previously it was the 2019 graphics, but now we actually have the 2020 broadcast style graphics, and they look really, really nice, I must say. So Marc Marquez has got 331 points, 23 points ahead of myself in second position. Obviously we've got the 3 rounds to go, so it could get quite interesting. In the Constructors' Championship, we're sat in second place again, obviously like we are in the Riders' Championship. We've got a pretty healthy gap back to Ducati in third place and Yamaha in fourth place. They're all pretty close, but I think we should be able to seal this second position if we don't have any off races in the races that there are left. And then the Teams' Championship, obviously you can see the Marquez brothers obviously with 410 points. We are in fourth place, 323 points. We're just a bit ahead of Petronas Yamaha. I don't think we're close enough to Monster Energy Yamaha. I hadn't noticed that we were only 23 points back of them, but I don't think it's going to be enough to overthrow that team. So I think it is going to be fourth, but potentially it's on the cards that we could get third place if they continue to perform badly. Now, I don't know if there's been any sort of performance patches or anything like that, so I don't know if Marquez is going to be worse in this episode or better, or if other people are going to be up there, or if the AI are just going to be better in general. So we could either do really well, really bad, or just the same as we always do. I'm not too sure on what they will have done in the update, but enough rambling about that. We'll head into qualifying now, and I'll see you there in qualifying 1 in Australia. So here we are then for qualifying 1 here in Australia, and I have noticed there's a little bit of a glitch with the music. It kept just cycling through different music while Keith Ewan was talking, and it's now just settled on this one before, so there might be another bug added there, but it's not the end of the world. It's a little bit of music, it's not too bad. They fixed a lot in this update. Credit to Milestone where credit's due, they have done a good job. Obviously the game was quite buggy earlier on, but they seem to have worked out most of the bugs now, so I'm quite happy with that. So who we've got then in this session, we've got Nakagami and Morbidelli in the session this time with us. Doesn't actually tell you who's in Q1 now, actually it just tells you who's in only tells you who's in Q1, sorry, it doesn't tell you who's in Q2, although you can assume it's the same people as it always is. So here we are then in the garage, and I think we'll just head straight out onto the track to try and do some quick laps. Obviously it is a very crucial point of the season, there's not much to go now, 3 rounds of course, 23 points, it is doable but it's going to be hard, so we need to qualify well. So as you can see then, some more different UI in the top left hand corner with the timer. Obviously it's all just to match the new 2020 broadcast graphics that we've only seen once at the Moto2 and Moto3 races at Qatar, but hopefully we'll be able to see some more pretty soon. So Espagro has just set the fastest lap 126.1, which isn't a bad lap to be honest. So as we go into the southern loop, we're a little bit wide through here, trying to get on the power as early as we can. Riding it through, there we go. So we're half a second off in the first sector, that's quite a bit off. I mean, it's not my best sector, I must say. It is a sector I do struggle with at Phillip Island as the first sector, mainly because of doing this corner. I just can't quite commit through there like you need to. We've gone so wide into turn 4 there, that's definitely going to hinder our lap a little bit. So it's Bagnaia just ahead of us. I did see the name tag quickly as we caught up to him a little bit. I don't think Miller's in the session actually at all anyway. So out of Siberia then. So we're 4 tenths off, so we managed to gain some time on the Spagro there. Not quite sure how we did that. Through turn 8 then. Running a little bit wide through Lukey Heights. So this is probably my best part of the circuit compared to the AI, although I've just run in really, really wide. Sliding the rear tyre, then hitting the brakes at the top of the hill. We're still half a second off, so it's quite a bit off. Although it is the first lap, of course, we do need to get into the groove. And I don't know if the AI are any better as well, which obviously could be a factor, that's for sure. As we go towards the last corner, then turn 12, running a little bit wide, 4th gear. On the power, it's really not giving us the best drive. Probably should have used 3rd through there maybe. But coming up towards the line then. What's the time going to be? 1:26.8, so we're 7 tenths off, so I need to definitely go and do some more laps. So we're 4 tenths off in the first sector. So 1 tenth off in the second sector, so we found some time. So we're still 1 tenth off, nearly 2 in the third sector. So this has been a better lap so far. So out of the last corner then, 3rd gear shifting up to 4th now. So we go down the straight. Morbidelli's on the fastest lap with a 26.0 coming up towards the line. What are we going to do? 26.2, so almost 2 tenths off the time, basically 1.99 there. So we're going to have to head back to the pits, and we're definitely going to need to come out for a second run because we've not got the pace, it seems. So we've strapped on a new set of tyres. We'll head back out onto the track. So we're about to start our second run then. And I'll be honest, Phillip Island is not a track I'm particularly good at, so I really, really hope we can put a good lap together here. So we're 6 tenths down in the first sector at Amir's time, 25.8, that's a ridiculous time. So 2 tenths off in the second sector, so we found quite a bit of time there. 3 tenths away in the third sector. So coming up towards the line then, what's the time going to be? 26.1, so it is a little bit better, but it's still 5th. So a personal best in the first sector, 4 tenths off. So 1 tenth off in the second sector. 1 tenth off in the third. So out the last corner and then coming up towards the line. I might have messed up a little bit into MG and we're almost out of fuel as well as we come up towards the line. 1 minute 26.1, yeah, it's the same, so we're going to have to go back to the pits again. We're still in 5th. So I'm out here for one last ditch attempt at a final run. Polo Spagro seems like it's gone down. So as we're about to start then, well, it's not our final lap, we'll get one more after this. We need to try and beat a 25.6 by Marquez. So 2 tenths off in the first sector, it's a personal best. So 2 tenths off in the second sector, it's not a personal best, unfortunately. 3 tenths off in the third sector, that is a personal best though, apparently. So as we come up towards the line, actually I don't know what I was talking about when I said I'd get another lap earlier. I obviously wouldn't. What's the time going to be? 26.1. It's not enough, we've not got through into qualified 2. I think that's it, that's the championship over. There's no way we can come back from this now because Marc Marquez is probably going to win the race. And we're going to struggle to get a top 10 because look at the lap times, 125. I don't know how the AI can do 125s here. So then we found another track where they're pretty overpowered. So 6th place then, we are top KTM. We're ahead of Spagro, Binder, Oliveira and obviously Lecuona. Nakagami right near the back with a 27.0, or right out the back with a 27.0. But yeah, we were pretty close to getting 1 place higher. We only need to find another 10th of a second. But yeah, we just didn't have the pace. I really, really tried, but yeah, I just didn't have the pace in the qualifying session here, so it's going to be another comeback ride. We've not had one of these for a while. We've been on very, very good form as of late, but it seems like AI have stepped up their game here then at Phillip Island, or they've stepped it up in the update or something. So yeah, this really, really could be the final nail in the coffin of our championship hunt. Obviously, it's a bit of a long shot with 23 points to go. Yeah, it's possible, but Marquez is probably going to get on pole and win now, so let's head into the race then, and hopefully we could try and make a decent race of this, but I'm not sure we will be able to. So we're down here on the grid then, and Marquez is actually only 2nd place. It's Vinales who's managed to get on pole position, so that has surprised me, to be honest. His dip in form as of late, he seems to have recovered from it. Aleix Spagro 8th place, so he's got a very, very good qualifying position there. So I don't know whether they will have changed around the AI stats. So hopefully it'll be one of those pack races and we can try and come through. But of course we're in 16th place on the grid. That is no good at all. So we do need to try and get a great start here. Try and gain as many positions as we can on the first lap. So let's get this race started. I need to be in the top 10 by the end of the first lap, really.
Engines are fired, the riders are ready. Just a few moments to go and another Australian Grand Prix will begin here at Phillip Island.
So Vinales on the pole position, then Marquez in the middle and Dovizioso on the end of the front row. But we're waiting for the lights to go out here at Phillip Island. Lights out and away we go off the line. Trying to get some slipstream off Jack Miller in front. Obviously he's quite a bit in front, but we've got to try and get that distance toe. Trying to get some off Bang 9 now. It's been a very good start as we go towards the first corner. The bike not turning in too great, so carried at a lot of speed. Obviously trying to run it around the outside on the curb of doing, so it's getting on the inside into the southern loop. We're up into 11th place now, so we've actually had a pretty good start. We've picked off 5 riders already on the power. Rins has been squeezed out a little bit. There's Alex Marquez as well, so the 2 Alexes going at it. As we go towards Stoner's corner, then got to try and carry as much speed as I can through there. But I had to let off a little bit because of Rins hitting the brakes in the middle of the pack. There's Crutchlow on the inside. Marquez has already hit the front and getting away a little bit. There's my teammate, Oliveira. Where has Oliveira come from? But Alex Marquez has gone a bit wide. Past Alex Marquez, passing Rins there. Going on the inside of Petrucci. Almost hitting into him there. We got hit by Alex Rins a little bit. And Alex Marquez back up the inside. But we're getting the cutback once again. So much battling going on this first lap. Alex Marquez trying to run it around the outside. Is he going to hold it? Yes, he actually is. But I'm running around the outside of him now. So we're back up in front of it. Going on the inside of Petrucci into Lukey Heights there. Petrucci running wide. But he's not enough. We're up the inside of Petrucci, but he's going to have the inside then for the MG. Yes, he's still got it. He's really forced me out wide there. I don't want Alex Marquez to get back through, but we're trying to run it around the outside. We're back up the inside of Petrucci again. So we've been side by side with Petrucci about half a lap, and we're up into 8th place. So I did do what I said I was going to do, try and get into the top 10 at the end of the first lap. Marquez has already cleared off, so Marquez, this is his race to lose already, which is unbelievable that this happens every single time. I was hoping that, oh, okay, by Alex Marquez. Where did he come from? Look at that run Alex Marquez had as we go through Doohan's corner then. So we're back down into 9th place. He's overtaken 2 of us on that straight, I'm sure of it. Oh, Rinzers has gone down. He's almost gone into the back of me and then he's gone down. Hopefully Marquez could lose the front like that as well. We're going on the inside of Alex now, up into Siberia. So once again trying to pass Alex in a similar place. We tried to pass him on the previous lap. I don't think Mark's getting quite as far ahead as I thought he was, but that might actually be Dovey in second. Oh no, it's not even Dovey, I don't think. Mark is really clearing off already, which is very bad. So we need to try and get on the podium if we can. So we need to try and keep making progress. But Alex Marquez won't leave us alone, of course. So as we come up towards the line then to start the 3rd lap of the race, Marquez does the fastest lap. I don't know which Marquez is. I don't know if it's Alex or if it was Mark, because obviously it came up just after I went over the line and Alex would be right behind me, but then I don't know if they've just changed it so the fastest lap comes up when you cross over the line. So Cal up in front of us there. Morbidelli trying to get the inside, so we're definitely holding up the AI in that first sector. Alex Marquez around the outside then, but we've still got the position for now. But look how far the AI in front are getting away. They're just so fast at this track. They have such good straight line speed, and this bike has had pretty good straight line speed the whole season, so I don't know what's happening here. I've ran in a bit wide for the Honda Hairpin. They're around the outside of Alex Marquez, so we're still in front of him, but he's really holding me up now. So coming up towards the line at the end of the 3rd lap then. We've still got the position ahead of Marquez for now, but we're 1.7 seconds behind Cal now, so I think Cal has disappeared into the distance. So coming up towards the line at the end of the 4th lap then. 1 minute 26.8, 1.9 seconds behind Crutchlow, so I think we made a bit... Well, actually I think we lost time to him on that lap. We just really don't have any pace here. So at the end of that lap then, 1.6 seconds away, so we are making up time, but it's just not enough. So Marquez does the fastest lap then, a 26.0, so the AR look like they're up in their pace at this point, and then 1.5 seconds behind the riders in front now, so we are making some inroads. So coming towards the line then to start the final lap of the race, dipping into the 127s, 1.8 behind the guys in front, but we've got a healthy gap back to Alex Marquez now, so we've just got to bring it home. Here we go then, towards the final turn. You can see in front they're actually starting to form a bit of a train. Marc Marquez wins the race, and that's pretty obnoxious actually. If you were a bit further behind, that would get in your way and it'd be a bit annoying. But coming up towards the line then, 8th place, that's all we could do really from 16th. I think we did a really good ride there to get 8th place. I mean, considering the pace they had in qualifying, my pace wasn't too far off, about half a second off what I could do in qualifying. Actually, so were the AI, so it just seemed like I made up those positions on the first lap and that was enough. I think some of the AI were a little bit slower than they were perhaps in qualifying. Did any of my teammates score points? Have a look. Yes, Oliveira got us 1 point then for the team's championship, but Quartararo got 4th place, whereas I got 8th, so I think Petronas will have still gained on us there. But I think the big issue is Marquez. Marquez will have gained on us there, so Marquez basically has won the championship at this point. I think mathematically we're still probably going to be within a shout, but he'll definitely have counted Dovizioso out of contention now, because Dovizioso was already so close to being out of it anyway, and he didn't beat him, so he's definitely going to be out of it now. But a good job for Viñales and Rossi there, so I will say at the start of the episode, perhaps we could set our sights on them, but definitely not now with that performance from both of them. Crutchlow ended up 6th, he managed to pass Mir, and I ended up 8th, just a little bit further back from them. So in the Riders' Championship then, Marquez is only 10 points away from winning the championship. So most likely he'll win it at the next race in Malaysia. There's very little we can do to stop him from doing that. But 356 points then Marquez has got. I've got 316. Dovizioso's 77 points behind. So I think Dovizioso will be hard-pressed to even be able to beat us even if we didn't finish in any of the next races now. So it looks like we've got second place in the bag. But yeah, Marquez has got this championship wrapped up virtually. He's got 10 points more to gain, so he'll win it at the next round at Malaysia. I'm sure he will, so I'm sure he'll have a fun time with that then. So if we look at the team's championship then, 442 points for Repsol Honda. That's absolutely ridiculous. We're still sat in 4th place there, 110 points back, so nowhere near, but we have got quite a big buffer back to Petronas Yamaha. They have made quite a few points on us in this race, but I think it's still quite a nice gap. It is always nice that Oliveira added that extra point as well to the total. And then in the Constructors' Championship, yeah, we're still pretty safe to Ducati and Yamaha. They will have gained a few points on us, obviously because we had a pretty poor showing this weekend. But it's just one of those tracks where the AI seem absolutely unstoppable. I think it is the tracks with the flowing corners. It's just so difficult. Obviously, like Sachsenring, that's got loads and loads of sort of long corners. Mugello's got loads of long corners. This track's got loads of long corners. Where else did we struggle? We struggled at Kimmering in qualifying, but in the race we're actually very fast. So we've not had the best performance in qualifying, unfortunately. I really wanted to do a little bit better. So we did get a good start in the race and just got up to 8th straight away. That was virtually all that happened. So if the race is a bit short, I do apologise. I know that you guys said you want to see more race time, but it was probably one of the most boring races of the season after the first couple of laps where we're going side by side with Alex Marquez and Petrucci for a little bit. So I'll head into the career hub then, obviously no Parc Fermé cutscenes or anything like that, and end off the episode there. So then we really didn't gain much reputation this week. We gained 5,300 reputation, which takes us up to 435,300 reputation points. And then, as we always do, we gained the 32,863 credits, our fixed payment, which takes us up to 686,067 credits. So here we are then back in the career hub, and the upgrade for the frame is finally finished then. So I don't think, well, we haven't got enough points to go on to the next one, so I don't think there's anything else we can upgrade. If we try and upgrade the engine, I don't think it'll be done before the end of the season, because if we have a look, obviously we've got Sepang, then a week off, and then Valencia. So I don't think it's worth upgrading anything at this point. So it is probably, the bike is going to be the best it's going to be ever. Well, it might upgrade again a little bit more for next season. I've still not decided what I'm going to be doing for the next season, whether I'm going to be staying with this team or moving. I'm sure we'll get some decent proposals offered to us anyway. We'll have to have a look after the Valencian Grand Prix. But I've not really got anything else to add. A bit of a boring race, so I do apologise for that. Obviously, we had a terrible qualifying. Pretty action-packed first lap, to be honest, going side by side. Obviously, Alex Marquez came back at us a few times, but once the tyre wear started to kick in, I had quite good pace actually in the middle of the race. There was good 2, maybe 3 laps where I was actually lapping the same, if not faster than the AI, and that was just enough to put a buffer into Marquez. In fact, he was still slower than me at the end, but I'm on about the AI in front. I was lapping at the same pace as them for a little bit, but then they upped their pace again at the end. Nothing I could really do at that circuit, but we have got solace in the fact that the next race is Malaysia, which, based on past experience, the AI are horrible at that track. They're absolutely horrible. But whether they've actually changed it, I don't know. So they were pretty good at Phillip Island, and I remember previously, on previous games and even in previous seasons, they didn't seem very good at Phillip Island. So yeah, it's very well possible they could be a bit better at Malaysia. But I will be giving it all I've got to try and score some victories at the end of the season. Obviously, the championship is out the window at this point, 40 points behind. We need 2 crashes from Marquez for that to happen. But I hope you did enjoy that episode anyway, regardless. Obviously, it was nice to see all the update stuff. Obviously, it is a shame that we've basically lost the championship now at this race, but you get that sometimes. The bike didn't work here really. You know, obviously the long corners doesn't suit my riding style, doesn't really suit the bike, so we weren't as quick. But in the first sector, the AI were ridiculous. Around the rest of the track, they're pretty manageable. I was matching them around the rest of the track, quicker in some sectors, but the first sector they gain half a second at least a lap. You can't make it up around the rest of the track. It is quite annoying. But enough rambling anyway. Like I said, I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next video.